RAW402, representing the place where I was born and raised. I was born in Papillion, in Midlands Hospital, but I grew up all encompassing Omaha. I grew up in Bellevue, North Omaha, South Omaha, Papillion, and then came back South Omaha. South Omaha is where I ended up making myself and making the person who I am today. Went to Omaha South High School, graduated from there in 2014 with a bunch of other artists that I'm still connected to this day that helped me on my walk of being an artist. But Omaha, 402 area code, I represent all of it. So I've always been in like band and chorus and all that stuff, but I was in band in high school, and a couple people would walk into the music room and they'd go into this back room, and I saw this like studio that they made like untouchable for people who didn't take the class and stuff like that. And I had some homies who after hours of school and stuff would get in the back, and they wouldn't be in the main studio, they'd be off to the side and messing around with GarageBand and making beats and stuff like that. And I was always getting in there, throwing in my little 2 cents, adding in on the beats, and then when they walk away, I'd be making my own stuff, show them when they come back, you know, getting in where I fit in. And my grandpa played music, he played in blues bands, piano player, and a bassist. And my mom, she plays in about 3 bands to this day, bluegrass bands. Her name's Conga Mama, Tanya Ward, elected official. But music runs through my veins. My dad is Czechoslovakian, my mom's Arawak, Chippewa, my grandma's from Aruba, England, got English in there, I got Creole and Black. So I feel like my goal and my purpose in the music industry is to represent all cultures and all styles of music through the best way that I can interpret them. And like I said, through my mentors, the people who I look up to in the music industry, I'm trying to convey a message. I want you to hear my music, and I want it to affect the way you perceive things or brighten your day, you know? Stuff like that. Do not know what the fuck I'd be doing without music. Music is such a rock in my life, like good and bad times. I can always come back to zoning out, making a beat. I can always come back to writing lyrics. I can always come back to expressing an emotion that I feel and getting it off my chest instead of bottling it up and keeping it inside. Music's always that outlet for me. So me without music, I'd honestly probably be sports, because I'm not like to run up and fuck somebody up one, but I be feeling like that and I gotta get it out sometimes, you know? So it's either in the aggressive style of music or on the basketball court, something like that. But I honestly don't know where I'd be without music. Music's a big part of my life. I hoop, I play football, getting back into contact sports, contact football and stuff like that since high school. But in high school I was a powerlifter. I did powerlifting 2 times for Nebraska State Championship, and I played football 4 years varsity. And that was honestly my love until I went to college. And when I went to college, I got basically a full ride scholarship from Avenue Scholars, the Avenue Scholars program, and I went to Metro South Campus for 1.5 years doing videography, just as a backup for my music as well. You know, just I feel like being the boss that I want to be, you have to know what all of the roles underneath you do very thoroughly to be able to foresee your visions and make them come true the way you want it to. So I had to grow up very fast when I was young. Me and my mom, we took a trip when I was like 4 years old to California. We were in Ocean Beach, California. We were there for 1.5 years because our luggage got stolen while we were on a plane. Went on a plane, got over there, got off the plane. They said, well, we can't find your luggage, we'll call you in 2 days. We were like, well, okay, all we have is a phone, but I guess that's the best answer you can give us. Called us in 2 days, said they couldn't find it. And it was like, we don't know what you can do, you're shit out of luck. And I was like, damn. So I was 4 years old. We lived in the back of a car, back of a truck, parked in a parking lot on the beach of Ocean Beach in California. And every morning I'd wake up, jump out the back of the truck with a little cover on it, run over the sand dunes and jump in the water. Best time of my life, and it's really the experience that molded me to who I am today and telling the stories that I do. Because me is really an ignorance is bliss type thing, you know, like I didn't know too much. My mom was stressed out, she was crying, doing her thing, but I was always that light for her, you know, that shine, that person that would come and rejuvenize everything, much how she is to a lot of people today. But she'd wake up every morning when I ran over the sand dunes, and she'd go pick coconuts with the dude who owned the truck that was in the parking lot, and they'd take copper pipes and bang out beads and put them on hemp strings. And I would run around the beach. I had a longboard that I found on the beach, and so I run around with like 15 necklaces on my necks and on my arms, and my mom told me to say $4 necklace. So I was riding down the boardwalk saying $4 necklace. People would be like, oh, you're such a pretty little girl. I'd be like, oh, well, thank you, but I'm a boy. They give me like 20 bucks, feel bad and stuff like that, and I didn't really know how to count, but I went back to my mom, said, Mom, I want a burrito. She got me a burrito. Went back, ran over to San Diego, jumped in the water. Best time of my life, for real. And that's the experience that's made me who I am. Or I'd be pretty biased to say my own, but my own brand, JBM Empire, co-owner of this record label right here. We got a couple celebrity sponsors, Slink Johnson, Brown. We've been doing this for a minute. I've been in JBM at least since 2014. Is when I started rocking with them. Before that, I was with Coolin' Squad. Coolin' Squad was like my start back in like 2013, 2014. Shout out to my boys for back in the day, but definitely my brand. And if I had to rock with anybody else, it'd probably be, I don't know, Adidas. Keep your mind open. Hip hop isn't for everybody, for real. But if you ride with me long enough, I guarantee you I'll make something for your ear. Like I said, my goal is literally any person that comes up to me and says that they like music. I don't care what style it is. Your boy's gonna have a country song. I'm gonna take merengue classes to do some Latino stuff and make it look proper. I want to represent everything. And so my goal at the end is to have not one single person come up to me and me not be able to have something for their ear to enjoy. Shout out my boy Jay Longoria. Shout out my boy Rippa. Shout out my boy Unique. Also the other co-owner of my record label, JBM Empire. Shout out Attili, shout out G Money, shout out all my boys that been grinding. Shout out Rebel Rider Records. They took me down to South by Southwest, Austin, Texas, just recently. Shout out my boy Anton Edwards. We went down and killed that Nelly show in Tuba City. My boy Oso, shout out Grizz. We're just working, man. Network until your neck hurt. Hey, I gotta shout out the company that did my interview, my girl. Shout out NFE, shout out Lando TV. They got the new merch up. I gotta copy one of these, man. So fresh.